Just days after a major US-Russia nuclear treaty expired, one country is making it very clear it will not come to the table. China has flatly rejected calls to join talks on a new nuclear arms agreement, a decision that could reshape global nuclear politics for decades. The deal that expired this week had limited how many nuclear warheads the United States and Russia could deploy. For years, it was one of the last pillars holding back a full-scale arms race. Now, that pillar is gone. Washington wants a new agreement, one that includes China. Beijing says, not yet. China's reasoning is strategic and calculated. Officials argue their nuclear arsenal is a minimum deterrent, far smaller than those of the US or Russia. In their view, joining talks now would lock China into limits while the two superpowers keep thousands more warheads. Beijing insists the US and Russia must cut first. Only then would multilateral talks make sense. But there is more happening beneath the surface. Since 2023, Xi Jinping has accelerated China's nuclear expansion, adding around 100 warheads every year. This rapid buildup is tied directly to tensions over Taiwan and what China sees as US military encirclement in the Indo-Pacific. Joining a treaty now could cap that expansion, and that is something Beijing is not willing to risk. At the same time, China denies it is in an arms race at all. It calls for all nuclear powers to adopt a no-first-use policy, a proposal the US and Russia have rejected. Analysts say Beijing views trilateral talks as a US strategy to shift blame, not a serious path to disarmament. This stance comes as China faces troubling internal issues. Since 2023, Xi has launched sweeping purges inside the PLA rocket force, the unit responsible for nuclear missiles. Top commanders were removed, defense industry executives fired, and by 2025, even senior military leaders were investigated for disloyalty and leaking sensitive information. US intelligence revealed shocking failures. Missiles filled with water instead of fuel, silo lids that could not open, all linked to deep corruption. The Pentagon warned these problems raised serious questions about China's nuclear readiness. Xi responded by tightening control, visiting a rocket force brigade in 2024 and demanding deterrence, preparedness, and loyalty. The message was clear. Weakness will not be tolerated. For the United States, this is exactly why China must be included. Washington warns China's nuclear arsenal is growing faster than any other country, pushing the world from a bipolar system into a dangerous tripolar one. US officials say real arms control in the 21st century is impossible without China, especially as its stockpile could match US and Russian levels by the mid-2030s. So what does this mean for China? Refusing talks allows unchecked growth, stronger deterrence, and more leverage in a Taiwan scenario, but it also risks triggering a new global arms race, inviting US and Russian expansions, and escalating tensions even further. With internal purges still underway, China's nuclear ambitions are growing fast, but questions about readiness remain. The world is entering a new nuclear era, without clear rules, without trust, and without limits. And China's decision may shape what comes next.
Subscribe to One India and never miss an update. Download the One India app now.